Y'all, so before we get into some things, I would like to say happy birthday to my cousin Taylor, and CEO and owner of the Taylor Denise collection. Get in tune. Last night we had a beautiful dinner. It was amazing. The food was amazing as well. It was proper and bougie, just how I liked it. Let me tell y'all about my cousin. Okay, so now when I tell you she did not come to play with these hoes at all, not at all, not one bit. So I mean, like, she ate everything up and didn't leave a crumb. Just such a boss. But anyway, it's a bad bitch holiday, so happy birthday to Taylor.
Queen bee, want no smoke with me. Okay. Then turn this motherfucker up 800 degrees. My whole team eat chefs cause she's a treat. Ooh, she's so bougie, bon appetit. I'm a savage, attitude nasty.
Hey y'all, what's up? You are currently tuned into The Lakeisha Show. I'm very excited about today. First of all, it is Black History Month. I mean, out of Black History Year. But yes, right now, we are celebrating Black History Month within our Black historical lifetime. As you can see on my shirt, I have Aurora Monroe, better known as Storm from X-Men, one of the leaders. She is an Omega level mutant, the ex-wife of T'Challa, our beloved, so this is just a fun way to kick off Black History Month during our Black historical lifetime. And also, guess what the Lakeisha Show got? A little promotional thing going on. This company called Stone Apparel hit me up on Instagram, and they saying, we like your page, blah, blah, blah. We want you to try out some of our jewelry and tell us how you like it and promote it on your page. So I'm on top of giving me, some free little things that I got to pick out or whatever. They also gave me a promotional code to give to people. For anyone who wants to purchase anything from Stone Apparel, they gave me a code, so you get 30% off. And on top of you getting 30% off, I get like $10. So it's a win-win for the both of us. So let's see what the fuck I got. I don't know what happened to the scissors that were in my office. I think they're in my bedroom, I'm not even gonna lie. So we're just gonna use, there we go. There we go. Okay, and as I open the package, I'm going to pick out the biggest thing that I see. Boom. So I remember this. So I guess it's supposed to be like a chain link. Or what's that called? Cuban link. Boom. I guess it's cute or whatever. It's cute to me. It low-key matched my outfit today. Low-key. Next up, we have this gold necklace, which also matches my outfit and is also getting thrown on. Like, they need to stop playing with me. Like, this is not for play at all. Oh, I'm liking it. Anyway, back to the original purpose of the video. Okay, so like I said, y'all already know, as if you didn't, it is Black History Month. So I'm going to give y'all a sprinkle of Black history. Today's main topic is named Robert Small. Robert Small was born April 5th, 1839 in Beaufort, South Carolina. His mother's name was Lydia. She was born somewhere in the islands, but they're not sure who his father was, but there are a lot of people saying it was the slave owner or it was the slave owner's son. Growing up, he was favored above all other slave children, and so he was treated completely different. He worked in the house with his mother and everything, but his mother, seeing how he was being brought up, she felt like he would grow up to be a man unknown and dumb to the fact that you are not wanted, you are not cared, you are not loved for in this world. So she would send him sometimes into the field, like during the whippings when, the war captives that we call slaves were being whipped or anything like that or being punished. She would send him out there to watch, so he would know that I guess so he would know his place in a way. You think about, you know, like back then, what they had to go through, you know, Black women really did have to do that, I guess, for their kids. But now it's so instilled into us to like, don't do this because you know that it's always over our heads. You know, we've been taught for so long to live in fear, to always think of us as number two in the race, you know. So, and it all started back then. You know, you had to teach your child, don't do this because you can get sold, or you could get beaten, or you could get killed, or anything. So that's something to think about. I've heard a lot of times that it's in our genes now. It's not just us how we want to be, it's in our genes historically. From generation to generation, it's in our blood now. But we gonna break the curse. Now let's go back to Robert Smalls, because I'm feeling him. That's why he number one. Okay, so Robert seen, you know, his brothers and sisters being whipped as if they were animals, and he wasn't like, oh no, let me stop what I'm doing so I don't get whipped like them. He said, oh no, let me let everybody know. He started reading, he started writing books. He wrote a book, I forgot the name, I will post it up, but he was writing books and everything. His mom was like, oh no, you can't do this. He was being sent to jail because, you know, back then education was the worst tool, was the most powerful tool, was the most powerful weapon for a slave to have. They used to kill people. They used to kill slaves for reading and for writing, and it just couldn't happen. It wasn't supposed to happen. The only book that you were given was the Bible. You know, his mom was in good with the master or whatever, so they made it possible for him to be rented out to work in Charleston somewhere. So he got sent away. He was 19 years old. He was very smart, very prominent Black man, and I think I read that he actually passed for white. So, but I seen pictures and he don't. So at 19 years old, he's shipped to Charleston, wherever that is, from Beaufort. But they sent him off, a very prominent, smart, young, bright Black man. They sent him off and he becomes a city worker at the age of 19. He works on a boat called the Planter. He's working on that boat. He's doing everything that these lazy people don't want to do, that they never wanted to do in the beginning and they probably couldn't do. But we're not gonna get into all that. So he's on the boat, he's working hard, and you know how much they paying this man? $1. I would do nothing for $1. I would literally do nothing for $1. Like I couldn't do it. $1? $1. But little did they know, y'all paying my man $1 and stealing his work and taking his name off of all his work and doing all this. Y'all paying my man $1, but he looking at y'all and he's learning. He's learning how to sail the boats. He's learning the routes from the harbor and everything. So don't count my man out. As time moves on, he meets a woman, and I think her name was Hannah. I was about to say Mary. So he meets Hannah. They have 2 kids. They move in together. They're a loving family. But you know, back then there were so many rules and regulations against people of color like myself that they couldn't even legally get married. They couldn't even what's the point? What's the point? They can't get married to prove how much they love each other or show how much they love each other. So he's like, well, if I can't marry you, can I buy you? So he asks if he can buy his family. They say, yeah, you can buy them, but I need $800 for your wife and your 2 kids. He had a son and a daughter. But mind you, they're only paying this man $1. And he only has $100 to give up for his family. So how long is it gonna take for him to make $700 more? too long at this point because I'm not waiting. And around this time, the Civil War is coming up. You know, it's already there. You know, the North and the South are already at each other's heads. And at this point, the North is basically setting up marine borders to keep the South trapped at certain points and to keep them from getting supplies and everything. So there's a blockade not too far from where Robert is working, because, you know, he works on a ship, a Confederate ship though, but he works with the ships. But this blockade is keeping all the slaves very hopeful because they know that some is gonna change soon. Or I know it ain't much change, it just really just evolved in a way. But anyway, Robert Smalls come up with this most fantastic idea ever. He's like, you know what? I need to get out of here and I need to get my family out of here. And you know what? You my friend. I need to get y'all family out of here and I need to get y'all out of here too. So one day, May 12th, they're on the boat, they're working, they're chilling, and all the white people are on shore being lazy and, you know, what they do best. So he tells everyone on the boat, like, okay, so I have this plan, y'all, and we need to make it happen right now while they on the shore and we the only ones on the boat. The plan was extremely dangerous. Y'all know what the plan was? The plan was, I'ma sit up in the captain's suit and I'ma drive the boat. I'ma drive the boat and we gonna sail to freedom. That's the plan, flat out. No ifs, ands, or buts. One thing that was not in the plan, though, was to be taken alive, to be held alive captive. Like, they said, oh no, we're either going to sail to freedom, the plan is going to work, or we're going to use every gun, every piece of ammunition, every knife, every whatever, and we're going to fight this out. So it was either freedom or a fight to the death. 2 a.m., May 13th, they chilling on a boat. You know, the white people out there, you know, drunk, sloppy, lazy, about to probably sleep for real. So they're chilling on the boat and Robert's like, okay, it's now or never, let's go. So boom. So they hang up, they start flying, they fly the Confederate flags, they fly everything, you know, it's a normal Confederate ship, and they sail out. Mind you, y'all probably like, how did they sell out? How is he acting like he the captain? What is going on? I'm like, well, yes. Remember I told y'all he passed as white. I guess he was supposed to be half white, because he was either supposed to be the son of the slave master or the slave master's son. So he did what he had to do. They sell out, they're gone with the wind, and not only do they get themselves free, but he picks up his wife, his children, both of his children. He picks up 4 women, he picks up 3 other men, and he picks up 1 other child. That's like, that can be the start of a community for real. So they're selling, they like, okay, y'all, we can't get too excited because we not at the finish line yet, because they are coming up on the blockade that the North has in the sea to keep the South from getting their supplies. So he like, okay, y'all, this is it. Do or die, y'all. This is it. Everybody get into character, do what y'all gotta do. So boom, the North sees the Confederate ship coming, and you know, the Union and the Confederacy, they're at odds. So, you know, they just want to fight. So he's like, okay, the North sees us, they see our flag, our Confederate flag, they like, okay, boom, but we finna blow their minds. Drop that white motherfucking flag right now. I know the white flag mean, you know, I yield, please don't shoot, I give up, you win. So boom, so they basically did that. And then, you know, around that time, the Union were taking like slaves as, they were taking slaves to freedom, basically. They were like setting them free. Because they didn't want, I mean, if you want to go into it, I don't, you know, Lincoln didn't do it for the slaves. He didn't do nothing for the slaves. He just did it so that, I feel like because, you know, the South was getting rich and the North was not as rich. They wanted it to be together still. But, you know, look that up for yourselves too. Basically, he did this player ass shit and got away with it, and at some of the worst times in history. I mean, y'all, this is a real cheat. Y'all out here thinking y'all doing something. Y'all ain't doing nothing. Y'all ain't doing nothing, because he did it. And he continued to do it during the Civil War. He was a spy. He was everything that he needed to be. And I mean, look where we are now. We need some more people like that right now. But it's in the air. Revolution is real. It's in the people. It just needs to be sparked up. Something like a blunt. I guess what I got from Robert was, I mean, if you need something to be done, you can't, if they not allowing you to do something and it's just not working out, you need to get up and you need to move it yourself. You gotta make it happen. You have to make it happen, basically, is what I feel like I received from Robert Smalls, because nobody else is gonna do it for you. Because wasn't nobody else thinking, yo, let's steal this ship and let's get the fuck on. No, wasn't nobody thinking that. But you know what? Robert was thinking that, and then wasn't nobody gonna do it. But you know what? Robert did it. And look at him. Went down in history. Thank y'all so much for tuning in on the 4th day of Black History Month. Robert Smalls needs to be in your heart and then on your mind. Read a book. Next up, I don't know, but it's gonna be somebody fantastic. So make sure y'all tune in.